A scene script. Have you ever wondered how a man born in the 15th century could envision the future so accurately? The story begins on the 15th of April, 1452, in the small town of Vinci, Italy. Here a boy named Leonardo was born to a notary and a peasant woman, an unconventional beginning for a man destined for extraordinary things. Leonardo's early education was informal, not confined by the rigid structures of the traditional schooling system. This freedom allowed him to form a deep connection with the natural world, a bond that would later serve as the foundation for his myriad accomplishments. As a teenager, Leonardo found himself under the tutelage of Andrea del Verrocchio, an established artist of the time. It was in Verrocchio's bustling workshop that Leonardo was exposed to the beauty of art and the wonder of science. He learned to blend the practical with the theoretical, a skill that would later define his work and solidify his place as a polymath. By the time he was just 20, Leonardo's talents were impossible to ignore. His mastery of art and his intuitive understanding of the natural world earned him recognition from the Guild of St. Luke, an organization established to protect and promote the interests of painters. His membership in this prestigious guild marked the end of his apprenticeship and the beginning of his journey as a master. But while Leonardo's early years were marked by hard work and recognition, the next chapter of his life was shrouded in mystery. The years between 1476 and 1478, known as Leonardo's lost years, are a blank canvas. Historians speculate about what happened during this time, but the truth remains unknown. It is this period of Leonardo's life that sparks a captivating theory, one that suggests that Leonardo's genius was not entirely his own. By the age of 20, Leonardo was already recognized for his exceptional talent. But the next chapter of his life is shrouded in mystery. What if Leonardo da Vinci, during his lost years, had encountered beings from another world? Let's dive into this fascinating period of Leonardo's life, the years between 1476 and 1478, often referred to as his lost years. These years are enigmatic, with little to no records about what Leonardo was doing during this time. Mainstream historians have suggested a range of possibilities, from travel and study to personal scandal. But let's consider an alternate theory, one that might sound straight from the pages of a science fiction novel. This is the Ancient Astronaut Theory, which posits that advanced extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in antiquity and had direct influence on human civilization. Proponents of this theory suggest that during these lost years, Leonardo may have been an apprentice, not to a human mentor, but to an advanced civilization from another world. Imagine Leonardo, already a curious and inventive mind, exploring an underground civilization, learning from beings who possessed knowledge far beyond the scope of 15th century Earth. The Ancient Astronaut Theory suggests that this experience may have influenced his later work, providing him with insights that led to his groundbreaking advancements in fields as diverse as anatomy, engineering, and fluid dynamics. Now this is, of course, a theory, and it is not without its critics. Many argue that Leonardo's genius was entirely his own, and that attributing it to otherworldly influences diminishes his accomplishments. But isn't it intriguing to consider? To think that the mind behind the Mona Lisa and the Vitruvian Man might have been inspired by encounters with beings from another world? The Ancient Astronaut Theory, despite its critics, provides a captivating narrative for Leonardo's lost years. It allows us to imagine a version of history where Leonardo's genius is not just a product of his own mind, but also a reflection of a greater, cosmic intellect. Whether fact or fiction, the Ancient Astronaut Theory offers a tantalizing explanation for Leonardo's genius. As we delve deeper into Leonardo's life and work, let's keep this theory in mind, and perhaps we'll discover new insights into the mind of this extraordinary polymath. Could Leonardo's masterpieces hold clues to a supposed encounter with extraterrestrial life? That's the question that proponents of the Ancient Astronaut Theory ask when they delve into the depths of his artistry. Consider the Mona Lisa, perhaps one of the most famous paintings in the world. Critics have long admired the enigmatic smile, the soft sfumato technique, and the realistic depiction of light and shadow. But ancient astronaut theorists see something more. They point to the mysterious landscape in the background, the otherworldly aura surrounding the figure, and suggest that these elements could hint at an encounter with beings not of this world. The Last Supper, a masterpiece of perspective and composition, is another painting that has caught the attention of theorists. They propose that the arrangement of the figures and the objects on the table might symbolize celestial bodies or events, perhaps mirroring a stellar map or an astronomical event that Leonardo could have only known through extraterrestrial guidance. The Annunciation and the Baptism of Christ, both early works of Leonardo, are also scrutinized. The theorists highlight the peculiar rays of light descending from the heavens in both paintings, suggesting that these could represent advanced technology or vehicles from an advanced civilization. Of course, these interpretations aren't without controversy. Mainstream art historians often dismiss these ideas as fanciful speculation, preferring to focus on Leonardo's mastery of technique and his innovative approach to painting. They argue that any symbols or hints of extraterrestrial encounters are merely the results of overactive imaginations. However, for the proponents of the Ancient Astronaut Theory, these artworks are a treasure trove of potential clues. They believe that Leonardo's genius was not just a product of his own intellect and observation, but of a profound and otherworldly influence. These interpretations, while controversial, invite us to view Leonardo's work in a new light. They challenge us to open our minds, to question what we think we know, and to explore the intriguing possibility that Leonardo da Vinci's genius might have been nurtured by mentors from the stars. Imagine if the groundbreaking inventions of Leonardo da Vinci were inspired not by human ingenuity alone, but by contact with an advanced civilization. As we delve deeper into the annals of history, we unearth a treasure trove of Leonardo's inventions, each more innovative than the last, each challenging the boundaries of what was thought possible in his time. Let's start with the ornithopter, a device designed for flight, emulating the flapping wings of a bird. This contraption was far ahead of its time, and it's fascinating to consider that maybe, just maybe, Leonardo received a nudge from otherworldly entities. Next, we have the helical air screw, a precursor to the modern helicopter. With its screw-like design intended for aerial ascent, the air screw is yet another testament to Leonardo's forward thinking. The question remains: was this invention a result of human genius, or was it influenced by a higher intelligence? Then there's the armored car, a war machine bearing an uncanny resemblance to modern tanks. Its conical design was intended to deflect enemy fire, while its array of cannons promised a 360-degree range of attack. This design, centuries before the advent of similar warfare technology, certainly raises a few eyebrows. Finally, let's consider Leonardo's exploration of robotics with the creation of the robotic knight. This automated suit of armor, capable of basic human movements, is a stunning example of Leonardo's ahead-of-the-times thinking. Could it be that he had a peek into a technologically advanced future, or perhaps an extraterrestrial past? These inventions, each unique and advanced in their own right, prompt us to question the source of Leonardo's inspiration. Was he merely a man of extraordinary intellect, or was he the beneficiary of knowledge from an advanced civilization? The Ancient Astronaut Theory suggests the latter, adding a layer of intrigue to Leonardo's genius. Leonardo's inventions prompt us to question the source of his inspiration and the possibilities of our own potential. Whether you find it speculative or plausible, the theory adds a touch of mystery to the life of this extraordinary polymath, inviting us to contemplate the unknown facets that may have shaped his remarkable intellect. The Ancient Astronaut Theory, while unproven, adds a layer of intrigue to the life of Leonardo da Vinci. This theory, as we've discussed, suggests that Leonardo's lost years may have been spent in the company of an advanced civilization, possibly from another world. It's a captivating narrative that challenges our conventional understanding of Leonardo's genius. The theory draws on Leonardo's masterpieces, analyzing them for possible signs of extraterrestrial encounters. The Mona Lisa, the Last Supper, the Annunciation, and the Baptism of Christ all come under scrutiny, offering an alternative perspective on these iconic works. We've also delved into Leonardo's notebooks, exploring his prolific output of inventions and mechanical designs. These designs, from the ornithopter to the robotic knight, raise questions about the source of Leonardo's inspiration, fueling the speculation surrounding the Ancient Astronaut Theory. Whether you view this theory as speculative or rooted in reality, it invites us to contemplate the unknown facets that may have shaped the remarkable intellect of Leonardo da Vinci.